There comes a point with all of my students, whether they're in person or online, when the swing's going really good and we get into performance training. We get into where what do we start doing when we actually get into the game, and how do we apply what we do, what we practice into the game? Well, one of the biggest things that I see is when the player's in the cage or we're working online or whatever it may be, the swing looks good, real good. It's real relaxed. It's real disciplined. Everything's flowing real nicely. Everything looks great. And then we get into the game and you see a completely different animal. You see a completely different person at the plate. It's real rigid. It's real tight, and everything's going on. Now we've done some videos about translating the practice swing into the game swing, but this is one, in my opinion, one of the most important because it's not as much about mechanics as it is about your attitude up at the plate. So the question that I ask all of my students at some point or another is, what kind of hitter do you want to be? So let's imagine you are the pitcher, and even if you don't pitch, you can imagine you're the pitcher and you have a hitter that comes into the box. Which hitter do you want to face? Do you want to face the hitter that's in there, that's real tight, that's real jerky, that's real timid, or real whatever it may be? You can just kind of tell that they're very tight. Or do you want to face the hitter that walks into the box real nice and comfortable? They get in there, they're nice and relaxed. There's not a lot of jerking around. They're nice and smooth and ready to go. So if you're the pitcher, do you want to hit? Do you want to face pitcher or hitter one or hitter two? So if I ask them, if you're the pitcher, which one? Everybody wants to face the first hitter because they know that guy's beat from the beginning. Now the second hitter, you haven't even seen him swing yet, but you can just kind of tell when he steps into the plate that something good's going to happen for the hitter. You can just tell that they've got their demeanor. Everything is solid, and you can look. They look practiced. They look ready. They don't look like it's their first time ever in the batter's box. And that's not the guy you want to face when you're a pitcher. So if you don't want to face the number two hitter as a pitcher, what kind of hitter do you want to be? Do you want to be like the first hitter, or do you want to be like the second hitter? And everybody's answer, of course, is, oh, I want to be like the second hitter. Now, guys, regardless of where your mechanics are at, if you're playing games or whatever it might be, because we talk about in the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system and training, we work on technique, and then we work on performance, athleticism, where we play simulated games and whatnot. When it's time to hit, when it's time to practice, even if you're in the cage in the game, it's very, very important for you to get into the box like you pretty much like you own the whole thing. This is your box. This is your time. You need to get in here, and with whatever it doesn't have to be like I showed it there or whatever it may be. But even if your mechanics are completely off and you're not hitting good, you still need to have a demeanor about yourself when you get into the box where everything's nice and relaxed and you're ready to go. So we're going to take out all of the jerkiness. We're going to take out all of the hitchy, all of the tenseness. Even if in our brain we're very tense and we're very jerky, on the outer edge, we want everybody to say, wow, I don't know what's going to happen, but this guy's going to crush the ball. So now I obviously would love for you to have great mechanics and practice your technique and get your performance training in check first. But regardless of what happens, this will help you as a hitter because you will be first and foremost being relaxed, loose muscles or fast muscles, so you'll be able to react much more quickly. You'll be able to swing faster, which will give you more time to see the pitch. There's all these advantages to it's not just an attitude change, it's actually a physiological change as well. You're going to be more prepared up at the plate with a more relaxed approach walking into the box. But if you have great mechanics on top of that, it's not only going to allow you to have all those great things, it's going to allow you to swing like you do in practice, which is the biggest thing. Everybody's practice swings at some point or another, if they're working hard, gets pretty darn good, and we need to be able to translate that. So guys, ask yourself, which kind of hitter do you want to be? And then start practicing. You can practice it on the tee and batting practice. You can practice it on the field. And I'd say do this in everything that you do. But decide what kind of hitter you want to be. See what that looks like, and then just start working on it. So if it's me and a coach tells me to do this, and I know what I know now, I'm going to get in here every single time when I get into the plate. I'm going to be nice and relaxed. I'm going to act like I'm going to hit a home run on every single pitch. And regardless of what happens, I'm gonna take that same feeling, that same mentality, that same attitude right into every single tee swing, every single practice swing, and take it right into the game. Guys, you cannot imagine what a small attitude can change, or what a small attitude change can make such a huge difference in your overall performance. So guys, get out there, know what kind of hitter you want to be. That's going to help you play like you practice, and then you get your practice good, and then it all falls in suit from there. Guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, stay tuned. I got an even better bonus coming up for you. Like I said earlier in the lesson, we need to have great mechanics. We want to have a great approach. We want to walk in there confidently, but we still have to have great mechanics. Well, that's exactly what we do in the Pro Speed Baseball hitting system, and I'm actually going to play a preview of one of our all-access lessons that you can get instant access to by simply clicking on the iCard that's popping up in the top portion of your screen or in the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to now start showing how our weight shift is involved with the release of the bat. We just simply need to understand exactly where we want to be in our weight shift. So we're going to get a lot more specific. We're going to be talking about the timing of getting the back pocket in front of the tee at the same time we're hitting the ball. But the first thing we need to do, guys, is we need to rep this out and make sure that we can definitely get the weight transfer that we need. So we're going to put our arms across our chest. We're going to get at least 100 repetitions